How to keep a healthy outlook at your work as a developer. If you are a developer like me, you probably work hard at work. But what do you do when the evening comes? Do you still think about code when you come home from work? Mom, that's a good thing, right? Try to have this question in your mind, since that's what we will answer now. So, as I said, developers, they usually work hard at their work, at least the ones I know. Are you in the same category? If you are, then you should continue watching. The first thing we will look at, what's the difference between being a labor or a construction worker and being a developer? What do you think? I give you a moment to think about this. A labor worker just needs to get things done, and it is often repetitive work. Do you agree? Let me know in the comments down below after you have finished watching the video. So why do we bring this up? Because developers are a bit different. You will see that now. When a construction worker comes home, he has left work, he isn't longer at work. We could compare being a psychologist with being a developer, but I would argue that a developer has it even harder, as he has a passion and a keen interest in solving the problems he has worked on for the last days. Meet the developer. The developer usually takes the problem he has been working on all day with him at home. When he brushes his teeth, when he is cooking up dinner after a rough day at work. And as you can imagine, this can stress someone out. Have you experienced this before? Sometimes when you need to do something on a strict schedule, this can be unhealthy. So, do yourself a favor. Right now, ask yourself this: do I wake up in the middle of the night trying to solve a problem just so I can say and stand up the next morning that you fixed whatever bug or task you had been given? Again, do you think this is healthy? No. You are a developer, not a company slave. If you feel like this touched you, then you are being used by your boss, or you have made it so that you are in a position where they take advantage of your efforts. The problem is that the company doesn't care what you are doing 3 hours after you come home from work. This will make you sluggish the next day, and you will start to think that development is a boring profession. So, waking up in the middle of the night only because you are trying to solve a problem is a big warning signal that you should take a different outlook at your work.
Nora here. He is really talking about something important here. And as a developer and a business coach, I have seen multiple times where this has been the case.
And as Nora is saying, this can make you become burned out, stressed, hard with your family and friends, mislike your boss and your work even more. And it will be an evil circle that will just continue until you are completely burned out. It is very important to set standards here and set boundaries for what your boss or your workmates should expect from you. Solving a task 3 hours after you had left the job for the evening will not only make you sad and feel bad, it will slowly make you tired, not wanting to wake up in the morning, and you will lose all the passion you once had for your workmates and for your job. The sad truth is that many companies take advantage of this. It's a hard game out there. Some companies hires juniors and hope they never become seniors. Do you agree that this is unfair? Or at least they can become seniors, but then the companies doesn't want to give them any higher salary. Actually, I am talking about multiple companies that are doing this. It is kind of the way they work. I mean, companies should be ashamed of themselves, because this is definitely unfair. And as you probably have noticed by now, this is something we really disapprove of. The company should again be ashamed of themselves.
Almost like the company owns you, but definitely not in a healthy way.
Nora is right. So now that we have talked about the problem, what should you do instead? Try to set a strict schedule for when you will wake up. Try to always be at work at your best time when you're refreshed, and really keep a minimum of 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Never get 5 hours of sleep. That's just a stupid way the world has made people believe that you will succeed by working people out and grinding them down. But it's completely nonsensical worldly wisdom.
That's so true.
By outworking your workmates, not only will they dislike you, you will soon have no friends at all. So try to be humble instead, and people can enjoy your flaws, because who doesn't have flaws?
By apologizing and manning up for whatever you did wrong, by saying you're sorry and learn from it, is 10 times better than being proud and outworking your boss by getting 4 hours of sleep. Something to think about.
So if you work people out, it will just make you suffer more and become more sad, and not enjoy your position at all.
Remember, we are talking from experience.
Which will lead to depression, anxiety, and that you actually lose your job. So what have you learned from this video? We have learned that you should have a healthy view at your work and not take any unnecessary work at home. Try to keep your desk nice and tidy and not mix family life and work life together. Try to set them aside as you go to work. You're at work. Finish work. Go home. Relax. Do not pull up the computer to watch any pull request when you come home, because then you should actually relax and not think about work. Try to enjoy the 5 hours you actually have to rest by talking to your family, watching some TV, reading the newspaper, or whatever you like to do, but don't have your mind at work when you come home from work. This could be hard, but it's definitely possible if you work on it and try to set boundaries from what your boss should expect for you, even though it can make him a little bit mad in the beginning. He will soon understand that you're doing it for his own best and the company's best.
Again, we are emphasizing on work-life balance. We hope you got some crucial points out from this video. Take care and work smart, not only hard. Talk to you soon.